Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Oh, that's gonna be a terrible glare. Okay guys, so here we are. It is What the Fuck Friday, and we are going to talk about I don't know if it's a taboo topic or taboo subject, or if it's just interesting to me, but it's the idea of transablism. And as I got deeper into it, I realized, transablism was kind of just a hype word for an actual mental condition. And so that kind of made my What the Fuck Friday topic go out the window. So we're still going to talk about it, and you can sound off below about what you think once we're done talking about it, But sit down, relax, have a seat. Sit down, have a seat. That's the same thing, right? I don't know. Get a drink. This is just Coke in a fancy glass. I don't. Nectar of life. So anyway, I first heard about transablism from a Dr. Phil episode. Don't come for my Dr. Phil. I know, okay? I already know about Dr. Phil, but I don't care. And it was this lady who was on Dr. Phil who claimed to be transabled and had blinded herself because she wanted to live as a blind person. And then, my first initial outrage of that episode subsided, and kind of forgot about the whole topic, to be honest. And then Blair White did a video about it, and kind of about the same person, this Jewel lady that was on Dr. Phil. And her video kind of was the same. She had the same kind of mindset I did, or had the same opinions as I did at that moment. And I'm not saying it's because Dr. Phil's people didn't edit it correctly, because I know they're getting blamed for that all the time. But I also know how TV works. And so my initial reaction to this lady and her transablism was that I was offended, because when they asked her why she felt the need to do all of this, she said it was, because she liked the way people treated her when she was blind simming. That's what she called it. How would you even make a blind sim? Would it be a black screen? Would you even be playing? Or would you make a Ray Charles character with sunglasses and shit? Okay, I know this is a serious topic, and that was a serious tangent I went on, okay? It was a serious one. But I was completely flabbergasted and offended by the fact that somebody would want to live their life as a disabled person. And that could just be my own cynical disabled person's shit, you know what I mean? But as I dove deeper into the topic and actually researching into it and finding out that there's a disorder called body integrity identity disorder. And a lot of people suffering with this feel like they don't want a certain limb anymore. They want to be an amputee. And as I dove deeper into researching more about BIID, which is the disorder, and my feelings on the topic changed. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a Libra, or it's because I'm a stupid, sympathetic, empathetic snowflake bitch. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But now I'm like, well, you know, maybe that it's a thing. I don't know. But I feel like if I ignore the hype word of transabled, I can understand it a little more. And I also, when I was researching, easy does it. When I was researching, I noticed there weren't a lot of videos on it discussing it other than in like a documentary form, like talking to these people with BIID. Other than Blair White's video. And there was another one by Footless Joe. And her videos were interesting to me because she was the only other disabled person talking about the topic. And as an amputee herself, you feel like she could come at this topic of with a little more insight than most people. And watching her video, she said that she felt kind of the same way. First, she was offended and thought, you know, who and why? Like, why would you want to live your life like that? Until she researched and dove deep into it also. And she kind of now has the same feelings that I do. What I realized was my being offended came from a place of my own issues. You know what I mean? And as a disabled person, and not an issue of being disabled, like that's not what I'm saying. But my offendedness came from spending my whole life trying to dodge people's help or sympathy or, you know, their good deed for the day, as I like to call it, which is terrible and cynical, and I know, but it's why you guys love me. But most people with disabilities try to dodge that shit, you know what I mean? We want to live our life as independently as possible, which then brings up a whole other issue. Are people with disabilities trans disabled, or people that work at living their life with either adaptations or surgeries to make their life easier, are they now considered trans disabled? I mean, we could take it there. Why not? Let's go all the way. Let's do it. But I guess I realized that my being offended stemmed from my own issues with being disabled, and not necessarily being disabled, but what that life has been like so far for me. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. I don't know. But the idea that somebody wanted to be disabled for sympathy is where I was offended. Not until I learned that it is a legitimate disorder, like any other mental disorder, was I kind of no longer offended. And who am I to be offended by it in the first place? Like, you live your life. If you want to cut your arm off, cut your arm off. If you want to blind yourself, blind yourself. I have no problems with that, I guess. Like, c'est la vie. But, you know, it's just the idea of most of us spending our lives trying to dodge people's sympathy or whatever is where I, like, was offended and kind of cynical about it. But I learned that the BIID is a condition that starts early in life, you know, from adolescence, 6, 8 years old, having this feeling that, you know, this particular body part, I don't want it. And if people talked more about that, I guess, you know, we wouldn't be so surprised or taken back by the idea. And I really stress and want to take back to the idea of transablism, or transabled being a hype word. And so where does this leave me on the topic of transabledism? I don't know. I'm still confused. I'm still wishy-washy. I don't know. I'm a Libra. I can see both sides of the coin. But it also brought up another issue within me that I'll make a whole other video about, because I'm aggressively passionate about it for some reason, is body autonomy. And body autonomy, especially for children with disabilities. And believe me, I've already gotten into a lot of online arguments with parents about the subject, and, you know, most of them don't like my opinion about it. So thanks for watching. I hope that made some sort of sense. It probably didn't. That's okay. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, or in the cabin down below, you know, whatever. Tom Petty fans will know that one. It's okay. Anyway, if you haven't yet, clickety-click the subscribe button so you can keep up on all the stupid stuff I'm posting. And donate me a thumbs up. For every thumbs up you give me, it's a thumbs up I haven't been able to give people in the world. So you're doing your good deed that we talked about earlier in the video. You're doing your good deed by giving me a thumbs up. So make sure you do that. And I'll see you guys next time for What the Fuck Friday. I hope you enjoy it. If there's any topics you want to hear about, let me know. Okay, bye.